close. Just stay real close.
Stay real
We're gonna talk hard.
All right.
Talk real hard.
Okay. Good evening. It's kind of a sultry, humid evening out tonight, but at least it's not pouring down rain, so that we're thankful for. We would like to welcome everybody here to the 2000 Jefferson County Fair Queen Contest. This year we have 8 contestants, and they were a wonderful group of girls to work with. They were a lot of fun, and they were willing to do whatever they needed to do, and they even wanted a few changes if they could do that. So tonight we're trying a few things a little different. If you've been to the Queen Contest, you'll notice some. So what works, we'll keep for the future, and what doesn't, we'll toss out. So I'd like to introduce the judges. If you want to stand or wave, whichever you want, okay. First we have Kathy Sheran. Kathy Sheran has been a 4-H leader for 7 years in Wapello County and is a former Wapello County 4-H committee member. She is an associate for the Tumla School District. Kathy has served as a judge for the Oktoberfest Queen Contest, as well as being an at-large judge for Iowa Junior Miss Contest. She and her family have been an Iowa Junior Miss host family. Thank you, Kathy. The next judge is Pat Snyder. Pat Snyder is the Department Chair of Information Services at Indian Hills Community College in Ottumwa. He is also the Sports Information Director and the radio voice of Indian Hills Warrior basketball and softball, so we're sure you've all heard him before. Snyder co-hosts Daybreak in the Heartland, seen daily on KYOU-TV, Fox 15. Thank you, Pat. Erin Bass. Erin Russell-Vass was the 1995 Jefferson County Fair Queen. She went on to win first runner-up at the Iowa State Fair. She attended and graduated from Iowa Wesleyan College with a teaching degree. She was a first-year teacher for the past school year in the Fairfield Middle School. She and her husband, Dion, are expecting their first child in October. Thank you, Erin.
We just have a few thank yous to go over before we start the competition here. We want to thank Robert Parks, the Pepsi distributor in Oskaloosa, Iowa, for providing the prize money. We'd also like to thank the Jefferson County Fair Board for providing the entry fee for the State Fair Queen Contest and support, and the Jefferson County Extension Office for their support and help. The First National Bank for the use of their meeting room. That's where the interviews took place this afternoon. And our judges, the FFA ushers you'll see come through, and then which are Jeremy Hield, Erin Ledger from the Pekin chapter, and Cliff Schaefer and Adam Ledger from the Fairfield chapter, and then Clayton Padgett, Phoebe Hoskins, and Kyle Klingon handed out your programs, and they'll also be helping us throughout the program. We would like to thank Godfather's Pizza for their discounted pizza buffet. We went there on the night we took all the pictures and had fun. We'd like to thank the Dandelion Patch for the handheld bouquets that the contestants are going to carry in. Flowers 2, located in Econo Foods, for the Queen's Dozen Roses. And we especially like to thank the Queen contestants and their sponsors for participating and willingness to change some things. And the other side of the fence, they do candles, and they are outside of Packwood. They're the McKays, and they donated a candle for every Queen contestant as like a little prize thank you thing. Anything else? All right, and that's it. And then we're going to continue with the show now.
And now we're ready to meet the 2000 Jefferson County Fair Queen contestants.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best county fair in the whole state of Iowa. My name is April Anderson, and my loving parents are Art and Ann Anderson. I would like to express my deep appreciation to my sponsors, Dickey's in Packwood and Farm Bureau Insurance.
My name is Beth Beasley. My sponsors are Libertyville Savings Bank and Cachet Boutique and Spa, and my parents are Carol and Jeanette Beasley.
Hello, my name is Dawn Klingon, and I'm 18 years old. My parents are Roger and Mary Jo Klingon. My sponsor is Keosauqua Sale Barn, and I'm a senior at Pekin High School. Hello, my name is Amy Elmore. I will be a senior at the Fairfield High School. My parents are Ed and Pam Elmore, and I would like to thank my sponsors, Dorothy Photography, Terry Dorothy, and the Libertyville Savings Bank. Thanks. Hi, I'm Gretchen Elmore. I'm the proud daughters of Ed and Pam Elmore, and my sponsor tonight is Fairfield Drug Town. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Nelson. My parents are Alan Nelson and Deb Hausman. Next year I'll be attending the University of Northern Iowa, and my sponsor is Bredo Pizza.
Hi, my name is Nicole Nelson. My sponsors are Nelson's Agri-Fair, owner Ed Nelson, and Nelson's Lawn Care, Sean Nelson, and my parents are Ed and Cheryl Nelson.
Hi, my name's Heather Swanson. My parents are Richard and Kim Swanson. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Oakwood Nursery and Flowers, and Linda and Tammy's Beauty Salon.
You guys. Okay. This year we didn't have any certain order that we were going to have the girls come up and do their questions, and we have all their names in an envelope, and FFA members are going to draw a name and draw a question, and that will be the girl that gets chosen to do the question of the night. Okay.
The first contestant to come up is going to be Heather Swanson.
I think I'll be on this side. Okay, will that work? Okay, Heather's question is, what advice would you give to young teenagers who might ask you how they could be a positive role model with good values and high standards for their peers?
I'd have to tell them that they just need to be strong through their teenage years. We all have up and downs no matter where we're going to go. So if they just stay strong no matter what, they'll have family and friends to lean on and they can get through anything. Thanks.
The next contestant is Nicole Nelson.
Nicole's question is, we know different people can influence the lives of others. Please tell us one person that has influenced your life and why.
My grandma Kelly has influenced my life the most out of everybody, I would say. She has taught me many things, and I am very grateful for it. Thanks.
Phoebe.
Our next contestant is April Anderson.
April, your question for tonight is, what are the benefits of children and teens being a part of a youth organization such as Boy and Girl Scouts, 4-H, youth groups, and etc.?
I believe that today's youth are tomorrow's future. Therefore, any organization which fosters goodness, goal setting, community service is good for the community, good for the people who participate, good for the country, and good for the world.
Next contestant is Amy Elmore.
Amy, your question is, do you feel television has a positive or negative effect on children today, and why?
I feel television has had a negative effect on youth today because there's been so many, I think that it's taken away the values of family in a way. I believe that it has taken away the time spent with family, and that's why I feel television has had a negative effect on society.
Next in line is Elizabeth Nelson.
Elizabeth, your question for tonight is, what do you think will be the greatest invention in the first 10 years of the millennium, and why?
I
believe the best invention in the next 10 years will be the medical discoveries that people will make, and I hope that there will be cures for some diseases as cancer and AIDS. Thank you.
Next contestant is Dawn Klingon.
Dawn, your question for tonight is, what are the 3 most valuable possessions you own, and give a reason why for each?
Three most valuable possessions. I would have to say, I'll count my parents as one. Parents because they've guided me in how I live, and they've guided me on what to do. Number 2 would be the place I live, because and all that goes along with the home, electricity and running water. Knowing that we just got hit by electricity, didn't have any of that. But having a roof over my head so that I have a home to come home to and can feel myself. And number 3, I have to say my animals, because they're always something I can fall back on, and I really enjoy to be around them. Thank you.
Next in line is Gretchen Elmore.
Gretchen, your question for tonight is, what do you feel is the biggest problem facing teenagers today, and why?
The biggest problem I feel facing teenagers today is teenage pregnancy. I feel as if we cut the teenage pregnancy down, that we can't have kids having kids. Thank you.
And our last contestant is Beth Beasley.
Excuse me. Beth, your question for tonight is, if you were asked to put only 5 items in a time capsule that represents the last 10 years of life, what items would they be?
If I were to put 5 items in a time capsule, I'd have to say 1 would be the car, because they changed so much over the years, and 2 would be penicillin and insulins, because they're always changing and they help you for your life. 3 would be, I'd have to say a tractor, because they're always changing too. 4 would possibly be a piece of clothing, because also they're changing, and as in the 60s it was disco, and now it's just the millennium. And number 5 would be a shoe, maybe, because they're always changing. I don't know. Thank you.
Okay. Lilian, would you like to come?
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you for all coming out here tonight. I'd also like to thank Deb Haney and Colleen Smith and Courtney and Cynthia Heel. I think y'all deserve a wonderful round of applause, don't you? I'd have to start by saying I had a wonderful time being an 1999 Jefferson County Fair Queen, from standing outside during Jefferson County Rodeo eating hot dogs blindfolded to going up to the state fair. Going up to the state fair is a lifetime experience each of these girls will enjoy and remember for the longest time. Some of the highlights I have was going, let's see, When we first got there, we had this parade that we went on. We all had these nice dresses, and it was raining out that day. And then as we turned the corners, these things, rain would fall in on everybody. And then some of the head attendants said, like, okay, there's a camera to your right. Everyone would turn. We'd all just turn at the same time, just sit there and wave and smile at everyone. And if someone's like, oh, hey, that's my mom over there to the left, everyone would turn and scream and holler. And during a certain part of the competition, we had a sportswear. And after the sportswear, we were like, okay, everyone's going to be shuffled into this little train. And we had to drive around the little state fairgrounds in this train. And we stopped in front of this super slide out in the midway. And from there, we all got to go down this super slide, hollering and waving. And we took the guy who was riding it with us, and he had a very good time doing that. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's full of a lot of memories, and each girl have a good time. And I wish them all good luck, and their winners just for coming out here. And thank you, and hope you all have a good night.
Ushers to do this, but so we can stall for a little bit of time here while the judges are coming up with the final decision. But none of them wanted to come up to the mic, but I've heard plenty of them speak a lot. We'll just go over a few things that are happening at the fair with the livestock shows. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 is the sheep show, and Friday, I think at 8, is the swine show. Saturday is the beef show starting at 8:30. Sunday is the style show, and I know that the Pekin FFA has an open beef show starting at 5:30, and Monday is the livestock auction. The 4-Hers and FFAers put in a lot of time and are committed to taking care of the responsibilities of the animals that they have. It doesn't matter if they're rabbits, they're cats, dogs, sheep, pigs, cows, horses, you name it. There's a lot of dedication that goes into that. And granted, some animals may take a little bit more effort. Maybe you have to tug a little bit more on a halter on a cow than brushing out a rabbit, but it still takes dedication and time from each 4-H and FFA members. So I encourage all of you at one point or time during the fair that maybe you could come out and help support the fair and support the hard work of the 4-H and FFAers. Before this started, that as far as Cynthia and I were concerned, each one of them in their own right could be queen of the Jefferson County Fair. They each have so much to contribute and to share in different areas of their life. So we wish that we could have 8 queens, but we can't. So, okay, are we ready?
Leadership.
Leadership. Okay.
Where's the stuff in leadership?
Right here. Okay, we're going to start with the Leadership Award, and this year the judges had certain questions that they asked the girls and went by the folder that they're given to come up with the girl that we felt was worthy of the Leadership Award. And it's a girl that has done a lot of community service, and we're not just talking about picking up a street or a ditch or whatever. She has gone above and beyond, and Dawn Klingon has won the Leadership Award. Hey. Miss Congeniality goes to Gretchen Elmore. We really should have them line up, though.
Line them up? Okay, never mind. Almost lined up in front.
Okay.
Fine.
Second runner-up, Elizabeth Nelson. First runner-up, Heather Swanson. Okay, and the new 2000 Jefferson County Fair Queen is Dawn Klingon.
For helping me through this, because I've been so excited about it to get it over with now. It feels so good. I think I'm gonna grow some gray hairs. And thank you for my sponsor, Kiyosako Sale Barn, and my parents and my friends. Thank you.
Once again, we want to thank you all for coming to the Fair Queen contest tonight, and enjoy the fair.
Great job.